The theme of the week is youth in leadership. Youth leadership is the practice of young people exercising authority over themselves or others. Youth leadership has been elaborated upon as a theory of youth development, in which young people gain skills and knowledge necessary to lead civic engagement, education reform, and community organizing activities. The Namibian youth has in its own right started different youth groups whereas they discuss different developmental goals and social issues. This week, we caught up with some.
Hello everyone, I'm Eric Alvara, the acting chairperson of the Ocho Youth Constituency Youth Forum. Ocho Youth Forum, together with the NYC, are working on educating people on the awareness of the COVID-19 virus. That's currently the steps we are taking on as the youth in Ocho, in order to battle the virus. Yeah, but we are doing great. We are doing a great job. The team is already at almost 30 houses since we launched this yesterday. So we are already on 30 houses, as I said, 5 houses per day. A good leader needs to set example to the people he is leading. A good leader is somebody that needs to care for the people's needs before he or she cares about his or her needs. Challenges that you can face as a youth leader or in the leadership is cooperation, because once you don't cooperate in your ring, there will be no success, or there will be no involvement of progress. Yeah.
Here's a short story for the week, titled, I Want to Change the World. When I was a young man, I wanted to change the world. I found it was difficult to change the world, so I tried to change my nation. When I found I couldn't change the nation, I began to focus on my town. I couldn't change the town as an older man. I tried to change my family. Now, as an old man, I realized the only thing I can change is myself. And suddenly, I realized that if long ago I had changed myself, I could have made an impact on my family. My family and I could have made an impact on our town. Their impact could have changed the nation, and I could indeed have changed the world.
I might say there might be a 50-50 chance of the youth getting involved. Serving the youth for 2 years, I've seen a change, because the youth are getting more involved now. I see there are a lot of youth starting their own enterprises and so forth. So youth are more involved in economic growth, as I can portray or as I can see. But now, as you can see, yeah, the youth are more involved nowadays. But back in the days, they were not involved because, as I can say, there were no educational platforms on how to start a business. Nowadays, you can just go to YouTube and just start up a business or get a business idea. So now, as technology has enhanced, I see youth are getting more involved in youth practices and also their individual practices or interests. There are good things that are happening. There are good and bad things that are happening in our society involving the youth. currently in Ocho too. We do forget our morals, where we are coming from as a youth, and we turn out to go out of hand and do what we are not supposed to do. I mean, in our community, we are there to stand together and help each other in progress. But looking back to reality, and seeing what the challenges are the youth are facing are unemployment, uneducated, more to the table. So this all unemployment and uneducation and everything comes together. This leads a youth to fall off the wagon, whereby this youth starts using drugs. There are quite a lot of people in Ocho who does use drugs, but that's none of my business. So, but at the end of the day, what we can do as a community is to uplift each other. Yeah, not point fingers at each other or say this guy is doing this and that, you know, but just to get involved with each other. Find out about how you're doing. That can also change a person's perspective of thinking, you know. Yeah. So
this lockdown has been taking our plans and our businesses and our education level down, and have been locked down again. It's not what we wanted. This lockdown has been teaching me to take control of my hands by washing it every time. And through this lockdown, thanks for the parents that have been teach their kids just to stay at home in case walking around in the street, just to be safe. And throughout this lockdown, I have been just at home, and alcohol usage has been decreased, and people can now think more about good life and positive stuff.
there can also be good things that can happen in Ocho. Once we all stand together and work together as one, then we can accomplish a lot of things. Now it won't be easy, but day by day, step by step, we shall conquer. Yeah, economic growth, youth empowerment. Yes, empowerment starts within yourself, and where you are going to from where you started is just according to you.
If you want to join us or submit your content, reach us at myochonews@gmail.com or use our WhatsApp on 085 702 3293. Please note, by submitting your content of any kind to My Ocho newspaper, you have given us the right to use such content as we see appropriately fit. We are not responsible for any losses, damage, and infringements this content may cause.
The Ocho Youth Forum hereby also invites all the individuals living in Ocho. As we spoke about in our last meeting with the community, community meeting, we brought up to say that everyone that is seeking for a job or seeking for education, grants or so forth, should come with their CVs to our offices, whereby we will put that CVs into a database, whereby you as a resident of Ocho, a youth of Ocho, will be the first to be acknowledged whenever there's a new employment or education opportunity in Ocho. Yeah. So, lastly, I would like to urge each and every youth of Ocho to abide by the law. Stay safe, adhere to the rules and regulations of the COVID-19, and also take care of each other. And most importantly, empowerment, youth empowerment. It's not about greed, but it's about working together in establishing a great, better something for the future, or the present future, for eternity.
Thank you for tuning in today. Join us again next week as we unpack more on a theme that will change your life and the next person's. From my Ocho newspaper and the entire team, bye for now and take care.
Views and opinions expressed in this content aren't necessarily those of the My Ocho newspaper. My Ocho News, turning stones.